just done with that. Nope, okay. Tried to do that for a while. Yo, what's up, Internet? We got a whole new thing going on. I have been gone, as you may not have noticed, and been doing some of this. You have no idea what this is, and neither do I really, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. I've been gone, not only with finals and stuff, and technically the big tests are next week, but I've been busy with this. I've been really, really busy. For those forum people and of Review Stash that watch my videos, you guys already know what's going on with all this mamma jamma. But I hinted it in the last episode a little bit with that Rise of Kings stuff. Hope you guys watched that. I know I didn't. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Oh, these signs. Signs, get out of here. This is a map that I made using World Painter, which is a cool tool that allows you to basically just paint a Minecraft world. You can make awesome mountains and rivers and oceans and stuff. A lot of fun. And I've spent at least 3 whole nights on this. Staying up way into the wee hours of the night, getting all this done. And it looks pretty barren and annoying and boring right now. So apologize for what you can see right now, but I want to give you guys just a little walkthrough, if it were, on this world and talk about the purpose of this. First and foremost, I want to show you the best thing here. Calidor Mountains. Here we are. Oh, that's just sucks. Isn't it, though? Look at this. It's amazing. So this is the Calidor Mountains, and this is one of the 5 nations that is going to be in this project we're doing. The project is going to be called Seal of Heroes. There's a lot of lore and stuff in it that I could spend hours upon hours of talking, but I want to get a general idea wrapped up in a little box for you first. We're pretty much starting a roleplay server here on Review Stash. It was me and a few other friends' ideas. We got a whole bunch of other guys into it too, and we got a whole bunch of devs working on this amazing project. And it's gonna create a lot of different things. First and foremost, this is an amazing project of building for me and a few friends. So we're gonna have a lot of fun just straight up building this world. Secondly, we're gonna have obviously a new server to play on, a roleplay server, where people just like hammer jam around and we have fights and stuff. So that's gonna be fun and amazing. And third thing, we're gonna have a new series on here, and it's gonna be different than anything ever. We plan to do it on Rise of Kings, and I don't know how much we actually hinted. We talked about that a lot, didn't we? Yeah, on the Rise of Kings, but there's a lot of limitations on that in the way that we can't have creative to do awesome shots like this and a whole lot of other things. Oh god, don't look at the mountains from above, they look terrible. Yeah, just a lot of limiting factors that was on Rise of Kings, just the way we couldn't teleport around and stuff. And I'm all about being roleplay and not power gaming or metagaming, but it's a lot easier from a cinematic point of view to just be able to teleport from place to place to get whatever shots. So we're going to be doing it on this server, the cool cinematic series. Can't wait for that noise. It's going to be amazing. I don't want to promise too much though at this point, just because if something doesn't turn out, then I don't want you guys to get all hyped up, but I'm hyped up already, so too late for me. You probably should not have hyped me up for something that you had no control over. But anyway, Calidor Mountains, they look pretty hot. This is going to be the area of the dwarves. They're probably going to live inside the mountains. They're going to have a cool lava fall entrance. So, yeah, dwarves. They're cool, right? That's that. Now let's head to a new place. A new place. Negative 500. That would bring us, hopefully, to the jungly jungle of the void. Yes, here we are. Jungly jungle of the Pirate Bay, known as Southwater. I have a lot of things to talk about this. Probably should have made a whole bunch of videos about this, but this one I'm just going to kind of show you the landscape and possibly a map, maybe, just maybe. And it's looking pretty cool. I have a labeled map of all the different places. This is Southwater. This here that I'm standing on is one part of it, the middle island, because there's 2 rivers or oceans or whatnot. They go around this middle island right here. The water itself, this is more of a sea than an ocean, just here. And it's surrounded by this land, and the land curves up to a mountain with a jungle on top. And this goes around for quite a while and makes a really nice sea, in my opinion. And we're going to have a really cool port here, Ra is going to be in control of this, although I expect that I'll be able to teleport to him and help him out with any builds. I just want to just show you guys a little bit of how gigantic this world is. You saw the Calidor Mountains, they're gigantic. This Southwater port, bay, sea, ocean, whatever you want to call it, is also pretty expansive. Not going to make a sexual joke at all. I made that tree. I don't know why I decided to say that, but it was looking kind of derpy, so I made it even worse. Yeah, so that's about it for Southwater. I also like how it goes down. Like, before the first version, it had like an even deeper area, and it was like all murky and stuff, so you could really go deep diving. This one is a little more shallow, so not as impressed with that, but I've spent so much time on this map that I don't want to change it any more than I have. Let's go to negative. Oh, wait, first I gotta show you my place. It's not much, just seeing it from the ground. Where are we going? East? There we go. Because I'm gonna have a steampunk kind of floating city. It's gonna have like just a lot of floating islands connected by airships, and a lot of steampunkiness as well as floatiness. And that's right over this jungle hill, as you may have saw on the map, if I remember to put that up. Probably did. Gonna spend a lot of time editing this video just because I spent so much time on this project already, and many hours to come. So what now we're waiting on is just for SDM, the host of Viewstash, to hopefully get us a temporary server to work on so we could build. Here we are in Zebulus. It doesn't look like much from the ground just because we're going to be up there in the city floating. So right here we're just going to have a few small islands, a little bit of water. Looks all nice. Got some pretty interesting shapes. And we're probably just going to have like broken down airships from failed attempts and stuff like that. Really shallow water, so not many sea boat possibilities unless we wanted to make a small little transportation boat. In which case, okay, so teleporting to Rivergate, which is a whole other place that I'm also very much happy with. It's going to be this really dense forest, as you see, and it's going to have a few spots here and there that have like view to the sun like this. Those are rare, and you see, as you can tell, it's very dense, and there's a lot of lumbering possibilities here. Although the original dev of this, his name is Luke, he was going to be the one building and controlling the lore of Rivergate, the city here. He's decided that he doesn't have that much time for Minecraft or miscellaneous stuff, so he's respectfully given Rivergate to somebody else. Don't know who yet. There's a few people that have volunteered to take it off his hands, but still finding a perfect person that'll be able to like log on every day and yeah, all the time, and do a lot of work on this. Here we go. Here's the river of Rivergate. Here's my favorite spot. It kind of goes back into the ocean towards Southwater there, but the most important part is right here. Check out this river. I'm just going to talk while I go across this river just because it's that amazing. And Rivergate is going to be one of the 5 nations. So far I've talked about Zebulus, Calidor, and Southwater. We're also going to have Ayalton, which is at this point just a plain, but it's going to turn into a really cool kingdom type deal, and that's going to be amazingly fun. This island is in the middle of the 2 rivers. I like that a lot. I don't know why, but I do. It looks pretty cool. And there's a lot of possibilities here. What we had planned is we're going to have 2 ginormous, like straight up huge-o trees on both sides, and they're going to kind of connect up here. And that'd be kind of cool just to have 2 trees and have that go over the river. Yeah, I think it's all 5 though. Zebulus, Southwater, Calidor, and Ayalton and Rivergate. Yeah, it's all 5. And I'm going to get a little lore, little RP with you guys here. The lore here is that eventually, or beforely, there was a few just people in one society ruled by one person. He was the king of basically the entire continent, just because there was only one society or nation there at the time. And he was just super wealthy and rich, and nobody could really question his power just because he was the only leader there ever was. And eventually, some freaking dickhole decided that he could just use magic, and he discovered it, and used it, and considering there was no one else in the area that would be able to confront him with magic, all of the aura and power from magic went into him, and he had the absolute power of magic. And with that power, he took over the entire continent like no problem. Just straight up devastated everything. And pretty much almost destroyed the entire continent that I'm showing you right here. But there was 5 people, 5 legendary people, that decided not to run away from this person and his magic, but to embrace it. So then they split up magic into 6, and they all had like seemingly unstoppable, devastating powers. And instead of just killing the wizard, taking the power for themselves, and having a good time, they decided for the better that they were going to lock both the evil Lord of Magic and themselves and all magic ever into a place called the Mantisphere, and that was basically a portal that goes to the magical world where it stores every little bit of magic. So every once in a while, a little bit of magic leaks out of the Mantisphere, and in doing that, it releases terrible monsters like dragons and other terrible things. And the leaders of the 5 nations, which have split off now that magic has disappeared, each have their own little symbol or piece of gear that they have that can store and use magic. So a little bit about the leaders now. Wingman, he is Zebulus's leader. That's going to be me, because I can. Rivergate, we're going to have a chieftain, because they're going to be like kind of river hippies. I call them hippies, but they're not hippies. They're kind of just like Indians, I suppose. Indian swamp river people. And they're going to have a chieftain. Ayalton, it's going to be a very, very medieval, like blacksmith and farmer and king and monarchy. They're going to have, obviously, a king, queen, prince, and princess. They get together. Yeah. And the wingman is obviously, he's kind of nominated. He's not really voted on or anything. They figure that he's the best to lead the continent of Zebulus, so they make him leader. King, obviously monarchy. Little kid gets to become king. Kalidor, there's going to be a Forge Master. I don't know if we actually figured out how the Forge Master is chosen. Possibly just monarchy or whatever. Chieftain, by the way, he is figured out by an awesome Indian battle, and whoever wins gets to be chieftain. And Southwater, I don't know what Ra's doing with the leader. Me and Inner thought that it should be the Supreme Captain, but he's talking about something about the Pirate King. And I guess it's just the evilest of bad guys, evilest of the pirates that gets to be called that name. This is a cool little mountain here. Didn't even realize I made. There's a lot of different places on this that it's just such a big map that you have to spend a long time trying to figure out every small little detail. I have a forest cliff that's around Kalidor, the dwarf place. Let me see if I can slightly get back to that. Where would that be? Would that be 500, 100, negative 500, possibly? Maybe? That should be in Kalidor? Or, no. That's not in Kalidor. Let's try 500. Is that Kalidor? Please be Kalidor. Not at all. But I know that if I head northeast, I'll eventually get Kalidor. I don't know if I'm in Ealton or the No Man's Land. The No Man's Land is pretty much where the Central Kingdom was until the Dark Lord came and decided, lol, magical powers. Here we are, Kalidor. You've seen this already, of course, but I want to show you the cool forest I made, because I myself haven't even seen it. So, hopefully, that'll be good. Lag, Laforg. It's just going to lag while it's loading up all these chunks. Apologize. So, that's cool. There is literally a lot of stuff. On the review stash, we have a forum post for it, and there's at least, 12 pages now of map updates, lore updates, people loving this idea, me loving this idea, and it's just a lot of fun going into this right now. Although we're still waiting on STM, that's kind of why I had time to make this video. I've been really busy with both studying for finals next week, as well as this. Where am I? I'm gonna assume that I just have to go this way, and then I'll reach it. I'm still going northeast. Yeah, northeast should be right. Should be. Is where I'm putting most of my hope. Hopefully I can find the forest. Anywho, there's a lot of stuff going on, so that's why I haven't made videos. I still have a little bit of War Z to upload to you, but I kind of against the whole, like, let me just post the same exact video over and over again. Oh, Ra, he's talking. He's asking if I played Armor 3. I could talk about that, but right now I just want to find this forest. Here's a cute little mini mountain. One knows what it's doing. Oh, is this kind of where I have a plane? Yeah. There's a few areas where I have like a flattened out bit. This is a very bad example, but there is a place that has like a huge plain for a possible city with like surrounded by mountains. Is this it possibly? I guess it's a little better of an example just because it's bigger. But you get the idea. Plain surrounded by mountain. Really big fan of that. Hopefully I'm almost near the little forest deal. This is just spruce. I just put that so it looks good. And it looks good. Gotta say. Very happy with how this turned out eventually. And this is just a landscape map. I'm going to be making a few more maps along with the other 5 guys. And we're just going to have a civilized one. Oh, is this a plane? No. We're going to have civilized one that's just landscape. That's what this is. Probably going to do more map updates in the future. But until then, we'll just check out this forest. The way I made it, it should be a cliff, hopefully. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. It's gonna have like a sheer drop like this. It's kind of what I want. Although I may add it so that it's more like that, and you know you can fall in and like climb under and stuff. At this point, you can still sort of climb up it, so not a fan of that. But you get the main idea here. Just the way it's kind of like, ooh, I found a new continent. Well, I'm leaving. Cannot get up that. I also messed around with the resource spawn. Iron spawns just as much as coal, and I upped up diamond and emerald and redstone. I took out most of the gravel just because Inner said it was annoying, although we do need it for flint gatherers and things. Thing about this is basically just all decoration. We're gonna have plugins that make it so some one guy can't just stay up all night and just totally destroy half the landscape. So we're gonna have select areas for mining and select areas for everything. Yeah. Oh, whoa. This is a little bit swampy. Why? Riddle me why this is swamp. I probably just had a glitch when I was messing around. I just noticed this. Apologize. So I could talk more, but it could get very repetitive just because there's a lot of stuff and not very good at knowing what I've talked about and whatnot. So, yeah. Can't wait for this to come out. We're in the process of building at the moment. We're going to build Zebulus. That was my Skype, not yours. I apologize. I'm really bad at that. So, I just want to say goodbye to you guys just because got a lot of stuff to do. And this is probably them talking, saying that we got the map almost ready. So, I can't wait for the building of this. And hope you guys really enjoy this cinematic series we do. If you guys are wondering sort of what it's going to be like, if you ever seen Legend of Hobo, or you can just search that boy on YouTube, and it's actually a really nice cinematic series. It's about this homeless guy who has a home, and they go through an awesome adventure, and it's all cinematic and stuff. Although this one's going to be a little more fleshed out than this, because I'm going to spend a long time, and eventually I'm going to actually get better with editing, with After Effects and all this. So, I'm going to stop talking, I promise, eventually. Thank you for watching, guys. I got a lot more to talk about this later. A lot more of this to come. Remember the name, Seal of Heroes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Ha ha ha.